Hello everybody, welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back and I have an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about the Stanley prep and cook set, and I want to show you a very simple technique that I like to use to make the pot where I can hang it over a tripod so that I can put that over a fire. Stay with me. I hope you enjoy the video. For this process, we're going to need a few things. First thing that we're going to need is a wire coat hanger. We're obviously going to need our pot. We're going to need a 1/8 inch drill bit, a pair of lineman's pliers. That's what I like to use anyway, with cutters on them. And last but not least, a drill. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck up the drill bit into the drill. There we go. Now, I'm going to dump all the contents outside of this cook set. So I'm going to dump it all out. And the point of where I want to drill is going to be on the straight across from these rivets here. I want to go completely on the opposite side. So right in the center on the opposite side. And what I want to do is I want to drill a small hole just right below the rim. Make sure your fingers are out of the way on the inside so you don't go through into your hand. There we go. You see how it's starting right there. We just need to finish that hole. There, we got it. So we have the hole drilled. You can use your lineman's pliers to kind of knock any little burrs off that you might have on the hole there. You want it nice and smooth. So we have a nice beautiful hole on the inside, on the opposite side of our pan there. So now what we want to do is we want to take our coat hanger and we want to take right here at the end. I'm going to go ahead and chop it off right there, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and bend this thing 90 degrees. Just like that, and then I'm going to come out to the tip here and I'm going to bend it 90 degrees one more time. So something like that. So we have a kind of a squared look right there. And what I need to do is I need to measure the inside of the pot, and I need this piece to be just shorter than the pot is. So I'm going to start and make that second bend right about here, somewhere where my thumb is. This will all make sense here in a second. So we're going to go something like this. And then we're going to come one length from it. We're going to bend one more, just like that. And then on this second bend, let's go ahead and cut it right here. This will make sense in a second. Now, I don't need the rest of that hanger. I need this piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just straighten this out right here. I need this piece kind of long. This will make sense here in a second. I'll explain. So this is what we've got going on here. Something like that. Nothing too crazy. Just a nice square piece. Now if you have any kind of little burrs or hiccups on the end here, let's go ahead and cut those off and clean it off a little bit. We want this kind of straight for the most part. I mean, it don't have to be perfect or anything. And I like the linemen's because they're flat and they can smash the wire down into the right section. So we have something that looks like this. Now we want to make sure that it fits down inside of the bottom of the pan nice and easy. And if it don't, we might need to shorten it just a little bit. But in our case right now, everything's looking good. It fits down in there pretty good. So the idea is we want to take the long end right here, and we want to come from the outside into the pot, just like this, and then we will connect right there. So this we can hang over the fire now. We can boil our water, cook our food, whatever. Okay, so there's a purpose, and some of you out there might be wondering, well, why don't I use the short end? You know, and well, why don't I go from the inside and hook it from the inside and just kind of hook it like this or something like that? You absolutely could, but when you go from the inside, you conflict with the entry of the lid onto the pot because your wire's in the way there. Okay, so that's why I suggest that you come from the outside like this, hook it like that. That way you can put the lid on. Now you're wondering probably about why I need this end to be long, and let me show you that. So when I hook from the outside and I hook on the inside, that hook right there, there's a small drain hole on the lid. I like to put my drain hole right over that spot so that I can put the lid on the pot as it's hanging over the fire, and then when I get ready to check my food, I just pull the lid right off and it stays connected, and this is high enough to keep, you know, and then if I want to get the lid completely off, then I just take the lid completely off. But if I just want to open the thing here just to check my food, it's very easy just to move that out of the way. And everything will still fit inside. It will be a little bit looser on the lid here because of the wire, but it's not really that big of a deal. Everything is still together. Everything's still nice and tight. I mean, it's got a little bit of movement, but that's all based on that measurement of how long you make it in reference to the width of the pot. So to connect the pot and this new assembly to hang it over the fire, what I do is I use a toggle, which is a piece of wood with a piece of string, and I basically run it through all the way like so, and then I rest it just like this right over the fire, just like that. Cool thing about a tripod is I can raise and lower the pot based on manipulating the legs of the tripod in reference to where I need the heat on my pot. So I can move this thing around, up and down, and then if the pot is too low, I can raise it up here and wrap a loop around one of the legs. Still not high enough, I wrap it around again. And that's the beauty of having this setup over a tripod so that I can boil my water over a fire. You can manipulate the legs to raise or lower, and again, it's very simple to check on what you're cooking just by using a stick. It's a very simple process. So folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this quick video, this little tip for Stanley Adventure prep and cook set, how to set them up to hang them over a fire so that you can purify your water so that you can cook your stew. This is a great technique. I hope you got some good useful information out of the video. Please feel free to leave this thumbs up on the video, leave your comment down below, share this video, and if you like the type of content that you see on the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you. And until next time, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.